If you're like most people, you have probably seen numbers of motivational videos, books, or lessons showing you how to take control of your life. But somehow you still end up unable to accomplish your goals or stay focused on your life's direction. This fundamental disconnection between the success we see in ourselves and how we actually end up must be identified and somehow reconciled in order to create actual progress towards reaching our purpose and achieving our goals. In this video, I'm going to take you through a different perspective on how we can see ourselves and our actions in a way that can allow you to take control of your purpose and allow you to stop reacting to life. Most people are reacting to life. This is because, in many ways, when we are born, a path of least resistance is carved out for us by figures of authority. We usually end up following this path, whether it be working for the family business, pursuing the degree your parents want for you, or chasing the things we are taught to want by society, media, and culture. In many ways, by the time we reach a certain level of self-awareness to want to direct our life in a certain path, we've already dug ourselves into too much of a hole of responsibility and debt to be able to make that change. So we often just continue coasting through life, chasing the next thing in front of us, whether it be the next grade, paycheck, or vacation. In a similar way, many people jump from square to square of least discomfort. Whatever keeps things roughly the same with the least amount of suffering, that is the next step of our life, our day, our career, anything. So we end up much like horses pulling a carriage, chasing the carrot in front of us and running from the whip behind. Not pulling our own carriage though. In many ways, this carrot and whip are granted to us by powerful forces out of our control, like governments and corporations, who stand to benefit from us following their path and playing their game. To understand these different things that motivate us, I broke intentions down into three main driving factors. The first stage of intention is physiological gratification. This is mainly sugar, sex, drugs, the absence of pain, basically anything that your body or your senses register as feeling good and are more primal built-in urges. This is a lot of how social media, television, advertisements, and restaurants will manipulate or get something out of you. These urges surround us and tempt us constantly and have allowed many people to sink fully into these delights to drastically unhealthy places. Stage 2 is social gratification. This takes many different forms and is used for good and bad. One good example might be pressure from your family to support your family by getting a job. One negative example might be a group of influencers who make you think you need to buy a Ferrari and spend all day drinking on a yacht. Basically, stage 2 is anything that other people motivate you to want to do, which usually benefits them in some way, and without their influence, you wouldn't have done it otherwise. Stage 3 is where personal choice comes into play. This is where you do things that you think are the best possible things you can do. So in the highest sense, morally, personally, for the good of the world and the cosmos, this is the best thing you as a human being believe you can be doing. Stage 3 is where actual life progress takes place. This is when you take a good long look at the world, the cosmos, and yourself, and then make a decision for what your purpose in life is on every meaningful level. This is where you can find the motivation to make changes in your life by knowing and believing fully that whatever you are doing is right. And so you can overcome stage 1 and 2 intentions by knowing that what you're doing is ultimately for the best of everything. This is not necessarily to say that stage 3 is the only good stage, because stages 2 and sometimes 1 can be used for good, but the place where the intention comes from is a lower desire. Stage 3 can also be morally wrong, as morals are highly subjective, but in the mind of the individual, their intentions are always good. I will make another video on how to reach a stage 3 level of intention and find your ultimate purpose, but for today we can move on from here. In order to best embody a stage 3 level of intention and action, we have to keep our purpose constantly in our minds. This way we can remember and act on the small everyday level in order to align our actions with our self-perception. With every decision we make, every time we reject something that we don't ultimately want or need, and every time we rise above peer pressure and external influence, we orient ourselves properly towards our ultimate purpose and our goals needed to get there. We can take a lot from the Stoic philosophy on how to react to these type of things out of our control. In the words of Greek philosopher Epictetus, happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within your control and some things are not. The Stoics recognize that, in our lives, some things happen to us that we did not decide and that we can only face the consequences of. But nonetheless, the way you face these consequences is in your control, and in doing so, you can still maintain direction in your life. Even if you believe it's too late to change the path you're on, and you have too many responsibilities as is, you still have moments where you are in control. The more you take advantage of these moments and direct yourself towards your goals and towards freedom, the more chances you will have to make good choices and further pursue your purpose. It may be hard to maintain the will and discipline to overcome lower desires and social pressure in the moment, but only by doing so can we become free in our daily actions and take responsibility for our own lives, even if it means making some people unhappy. A fundamental human understanding is that life is suffering. There's going to be suffering in life no matter what path you take. And realizing this, we must use our suffering for some good to ourselves and to the highest good we can attain. All of our great heroes, from Odysseus to Moses to Gandhi, understood this truth and made the decision to suffer for some greater good. They knew that what we do with our life actually matters, and that monumental progress can be made by overcoming the norms and pressure of our time. They knew that going against the grain would cause pushback and real suffering in their lives, but they still did what they had to do. We should try to embody their commitment and direction and orient our life's work towards a higher cause of human exploration, truth, morality, or beauty, so that even in suffering, we can still be free. You can overcome lower level desire and pain by marching your life forward towards your ultimate purpose, never again reacting to life. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you can use this perspective to help you in your daily life. If you want to see more interesting, deep videos to help change your perspective and your life, click the link to my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. As always, never stop questioning, talking, and thinking. Thank you.